I'm Sherry. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a little taste test of heirloom tomato varieties. This was suggested by one of you lovely viewers, so I hope I do a good job. I hope you like this video, and let's get started. I think we'll start with the cherries, with the smallest one. This is the TESS landrace currant tomato, and it's the smallest tomato variety I'm growing in my garden this year. It's beyond tiny. I'm not gonna cut this, I'm gonna It's a tiny burst of a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of acidity. It's a very flavorful tomato for such a tiny thing. Now we're gonna taste the red CENTIFLOR. And I'm gonna try to slice this open. Beautiful tiny tomato. So let's see what it's like. This one is just a little bit milder, a little bit sweeter, but very flavorful as well. Now to finish with the red cherry varieties, we're trying the orange RUSSOLINI. It looks a lot more orange on the inside because it's a pretty red tomato, even though it's called an orange RUSSOLINI. But isn't that a looker? I'm just in love with tomatoes. Let's try this. This one was a little less sweet. It had a bit more of a savory flavor. Let me have that again. It's a little acidic, not very sweet, a little savory, and just really delicious. Following up the orange RUSSOLINI, we have the HARTMAN'S yellow gooseberry, which is this stunning little yellow cherry. Let's cut into it. Wow. So, let's see what this tastes like. This one is the sweetest of them all. It's a lot fruitier than you would expect a tomato to be. It's really delicious. It makes total sense that they would call this a gooseberry tomato. It really tastes more like fruit than tomato. I mean, I know tomatoes are fruits, but you get my point. Bursting with delicious sweetness. And the last of all cherries, and the showstopper in the garden, is the blueberries tomato. Isn't that just beautiful? I'm gonna have to get a tattoo of this. So let's cut into it. It looks amazing. It has the beautiful greenish gel seed coating that black tomatoes usually have. Oh man, my mouth is watering right now. I just know this is gonna be one to remember. I don't even want to give my thoughts on this tomato because I'm clearly biased by the fact that this is my favorite tomato in the whole garden. Let me just try that before I make any statements. It has such a distinct flavor. It almost tastes like it. I'm not sure. It reminds me of cheesy tomato sauce. That's what it reminds me of. It's savory. It's not really sweet. It's not very acidic. It's very savory and really delicious. Even a little smoky. Oh my gosh. Oh, that completely lived up to my expectations. Now, the next tomato is the Black Prince. And this one, it looks very cracked, but it actually held up pretty good to some irregular watering. So, let's cut into this beauty. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. It's just a stunner. I'm definitely not having a full half tomato, so I think I'm gonna cut this into quarts. So, let's try the Black Prince. The flavor is very rich and somewhat smoky. I've seen varieties being described as smoky, and I really had no idea what that was until I tried it. It's really good. It's really good. It's not sweet at all. It's not acidic. It's just very savory and flavorful. I'm gonna have another. And now I'm gonna share. All things in life are much sweeter when you share them. I love you all. Following up this taste test, we're gonna try the Black KRIM. This one clearly has a very thin skin because it has a lot of scabbing, but it's perfectly fine to eat. This is just a cosmetic flaw. Exciting! How about that? It has that delicious green gel that is typical in black tomatoes, and I'm not complaining. Let's chop this up into tiny bits. Let's try this. Mm. Mm. It reminds me of a flavor, but I can't quite put my finger on it. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have another bite. Mm. What is it? This one is sweeter than I expected. It's actually the sweetest of all the black tomatoes I've tasted. They're usually very, very low in sweetness, but this one is particularly sweet. I'm gonna have a little bite more. Mm. It's delicious. It's savory and sweet at the same time. It's very low and low on acid. Mm. Overall, this is a very well-rounded flavor for a tomato. So let's share it. Now we are going to try the first of our green tomatoes. Is ripe, and this is an emerald evergreen. It's pretty cat-faced, but it looks almost completely edible. So let's get into it. This is the first time I've ever grown a green tomato, so I have absolutely no idea what this is gonna be like. Oh, it's gorgeous! Oh my god. I'm just gonna remove this little naughty bit. Get out, you little naughty. That is a perfectly beautiful tomato. Oh my god. So, let's taste this bad boy. I expected it to be more acidic. I'm not sure if it's because of the color, but the flavor is really mild. Let me try that again with a little more gel. It's mostly sweet, a little savory, and very mild. Not like a bad thing. It would be really good for salsas and maybe pasta sauce. I'm gonna try that again. I'm a bit confounded by what I expected from this tomato. It's very tasty. Definitely miles better than anything you could buy at a grocery store. But it's been one of the milder ones. It's probably, maybe that's because I had it after some very flavorful smoky tomatoes. But still, it's really, really good. So, let's share it. And the last variety of this little taste test is the AZOYCHKA. Now this baby is one of my favorite varieties I've grown this far because it looks a little cracked now, but it held on through some pretty irregular watering, and it's very, very uniform. It has a perfect little bottom. And it's, of my bigger varieties, it's the one that has cracked the least. So let's cut into it. Oh, wow. There is such beauty on the inside of yellow tomatoes. Oh my gosh. Isn't that striking? This is also the first of my big yellow varieties to ripen, so I'm not really sure what to expect. Let's try it. This one is not as sweet as I expected. Because it's a yellow variety, I expected it to be very sweet, but it's actually a little more acidic and pretty savory. And it has a bit of an earthy flavor to it. It's really, really good. Let me taste that again. Now the skin is a little bit tougher on this one. That's why it withstood the cracking a lot better. But overall, this is a very delicious tomato. So let's share it. So that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed this taste test as much as we did. If you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content like this, consider subscribing. I'll see you guys on the next one. It was lovely hanging out with you. Bye.